We survived another week. It's party time. And here I am late again because I've had stuff to do all day. I apologize for that. Ain't got my hair done, ain't got my makeup on. I've been busy today. Do you have big plans this weekend, or are you just going to take it easy and chill at home? Maybe catch up on some yard work and get ready for Father's Day. Is anybody online, or are y'all out doing other things today? Let me give it just a minute. My daughter's having a party for my grandson tomorrow. His birthday, he was 1 on June 6th. Hey, Kim. Thanks for hopping on. Hey, Shelly. He was 1 on June 6th, and we were going to have a party for him that following weekend, but we got all of the flooding. So that is what we're doing tomorrow. We're going to the park and having a cookout, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, those grandkids, I tell you what, there's something else. I need stress relief too, Shelly. Goodness sakes, I've been busy today. I think I need about 10 more hours in every day to get everything done that I need to get done. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I know it's Friday night and people are probably out either paying bills or going to eat or whatever. I need to give you fair warning. I might step on a few toes tonight with the word that I chose for today. And as I say, every time I pick a word that I think is going to be a little controversial, if you don't want to hear what I have to say after I reveal what the word is, then you are probably the one that needs to hear it. So today's word is attitude. Dun, dun, dun. Let me tell y'all, I can work on an attitude when I really want to. If I'm really upset, I can tell you exactly where to go and how to get there and not miss a step. I find as I'm getting older, I have a little more patience with some things, and then with other things, I have much less patience. Honestly, it just depends on the situation. I do try to keep my attitude positive for the most part, and I try not to let things bother me so much, but there are those rare instances where that my attitude still shows through. Maybe some of you all know someone like this. You don't have a stinking attitude. Me either, Shelly. I'm just blowing smoke here. Hey, Ben. Thanks for hopping on. Maybe some of you all know some people like this, that no matter what's happening in their lives, they have a really bad attitude about everything. They can find the most awesome, positive thing and turn it into something negative. And they rarely have anything good to say. And if they do manage to say something good, then they'll follow it up with a cut down or a derogatory remark, whether they're cutting themselves down or someone else, or, you know, making a derogatory remark about the situation. Unfortunately, you know, sometimes we run across people like that. I saw a quote the other day that said, if you always have a negative attitude, you'll never have a positive life. And I honestly believe that. Especially for the people who can't see a positive situation for what it is and turn it into something negative. Now, here's going to be some more toe stepping here. Hey, Rhonda, thanks for coming on. Parents who have kids that play sports. I think we've all been there at some point. We get excited when it's game time. But some parents take something that's supposed to be fun and a learning experience and turn it into something that completely destroys their child's self-esteem. Hey, Taylor, thanks for coming on. And the worst part is that sometimes they do it from the stands, screaming at the top of their lungs. Everybody within a quarter mile can hear everything that they say, every criticism, every put down. I've seen this in my life, and it's awful. The child can do everything else right, but make one or two mistakes, and the parent has a bad attitude about it, and they unleash it with fury on their child. Please don't do that to your kids. That is, you just destroy their self-esteem. And you need to keep in mind as well that parents with bad attitudes raise kids with bad attitudes. So if you don't want your child to have a hard life and be miserable their entire lives, they watch everything that we say and do. Here's another saying that's used quite a bit. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You ever notice that some people are just mad all the time about everything? It doesn't matter what it is. That's absolutely right, Shelley. We do grow from making mistakes. Facebook is funny because even though most of us will never meet each other face to face, it still has its cliques. It reminds me of high school, honestly, in a lot of situations. People love to jump on posts when someone says something they don't agree with. And sometimes you'll get several people banding together and bashing the poster. And it's all fun and games. You know, cyberbullying is a real thing. They have to come up with the cruelest and most hurtful comments they can, because that's how they get their point across, that they don't like what the poster said or did. People with bad attitudes are just miserable. And that's as obvious as the sky is blue. The only thing that makes them happy is to either hurt other people with their actions and words, or find another person who's willing to work with them in doing it. Again, banding together, and I've seen this time and time again in groups and such, where someone will post something that someone doesn't agree with, and an argument breaks out, and y'all, we ain't never gonna meet these people in our lives for the most part. What is the point of arguing with them? I feel bad for those kind of people. They don't seem to have any real happiness in their lives at all. Or at least they don't recognize it when they do. It's actually there. They are just more focused on having a bad attitude than they are at looking at the positive things in life. So, I don't know about you, but I want to be as happy as I can be. Now, that doesn't mean that things are always easy and magical in the Maston household, but constantly living with a bad attitude seems like it would be exhausting. And I don't understand personally how or why people go out of their way to destroy someone else's day. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Now, we have the ability to change our attitude, and it takes work, effort, and consistency, but it is possible. And part of that may be removing negative people from your life. Let's see what, I'm sure you saw my post today that said Facebook's best features block. Yeah, I like that. I've got a pretty extensive block list on my Facebook and on my phone, you know, because you can't make everybody happy all the time, but that doesn't mean that you have to be exposed consistently to their bad attitude either. You know, you only get one life. This is it. There are no do-overs. If someone's constantly dragging you down to their level, leave them behind. You're not a tree, move. You don't have to put up with that, especially if you're trying to focus and find the positive in things. whether you're the negative person or not, you can change things if you really want to. It takes work, but you can change your attitude. And once again, I'm going to reference books, Audible books, podcasts, YouTube videos. There are all kinds of hundreds, if not thousands, of resources that you can start reading and listening to. A negative attitude isn't just because something bad or many bad things have happened to you. I've had a lot of bad stuff happen to me. Negative attitude is your mind. You can retrain your mind. You just have to make the effort to do it. And you have to really want to do it. And you have to be consistent with it. So that's going to be all for tonight, guys. I've got a lot more work that I've got to get done. Thank you for coming on, Amanda. If you all missed the beginning of this, I'll be posting it. It should be available in just a few minutes, and you can go back and watch it from the beginning. As always, you're a role model to someone you know, so be a good one. I will catch you all tomorrow. I may end up doing a live just a little bit from the park, just depending what all's going on tomorrow. That may be a little bit early for what time I usually do it. I don't know. I'll just have to see what's going on tomorrow. But I hope you all have a great night. Thank you.